Oh, hey kids, welcome to Colby's Corner. Painter Pete here. Hey, today we're talking all about health and fitness, and I'm sitting here warming up. So, hey, Colby's Corner starts right now.
We're down here at Blackbaud Stadium at the Charleston Battery where they play, and today I have a special guest, Coach Mike from the Charleston Battery soccer team. Coach Mike, what is your main drill that you do with your players?
Well, the main drill that the players like is shooting, just like you did at the end. They like to do a lot of finishing with the goalkeepers, and they like to score goals.
Yeah, that was fun.
Was it fun? Yeah,
yes,
so it's one of my favorites, and I also like to play small-sided games where it's 4 or 5 players versus 4 other players with goalies, so they're scoring goals but also playing soccer at the same time, just in a smaller area.
Yes, sir. And if you were still, if you play, what would your favorite position be?
Well, my favorite position was defensive midfield, so I really enjoyed it because you get to cover the whole field, you get to run. And running's one of the most important things because you have to be really fit to play soccer, don't you?
Yes, sir. My favorite's at forward.
At forward, yeah. Why?
Because you don't have to stay in a certain position most of the time.
And what do you get to do?
You get the ball a lot.
And do what? Score a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's everybody's favorite position. Hopefully we score a lot of goals this year.
Yes, sir. And if you had to rate, what would your where would your team mostly do it? Hit the ball in the goal.
Where would?
Do you have a certain position that you like them to hit most of the time?
I think most of the time it's usually, if you look on the field, in the penalty area. See the big penalty area right there?
Yes, sir.
Most of the goals are scored from in there. If you can score and shoot from outside of there, it's a good shot, and it's sometimes lucky. So
yes.
Most of the goals will happen in there, and that's why you have to be very good from where you shot, from about 6 to 8 yards.
Yes, sir. And if you, so y'all said y'all had a game in a little while?
We have a league right now, but our team with Mark, who was one of the players who you were running with earlier,
yes, sir.
we start, and next weekend and our scrimmages start. We play 3 MLS teams, which is the top division of soccer in the United States. So we play 3 of those teams: Columbus, Chicago, and DC United.
Yes, sir. And you said that you had a game that you were playing in tonight?
I do. I still play. So would you want to watch me play?
Sure. And what is your position?
My position, and I play forward when I play with the older players, yes. But when I was younger, I played as a defender and midfielder.
So you like it?
I do like scoring goals when I play with the older players, yes. It's fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, Coach, how important is it to stay fit?
Well, Colby, I tell you, you ran up and down the field how many times?
Twice.
2 times. And that wasn't very easy, was it?
No, sir.
Every player on our team, they have to be very fit. They have to they got to keep healthy. They have to eat right, and they have to make sure that they can run, because they run over 5 to 6 miles every single game that they play on this big field behind us. So they have to stay very fit, and it's also important that they eat well and take care of their bodies, because that's one of the most important things, because that's what they use every day.
Yes, sir. And Mark, who was here earlier,
yeah.
What position was he?
He plays right back, right full back. So he would be on this side if he was going to that goal that way, he would play right here, and he would run up and down this side. So if you were a fan, you would get to see him run up and down the side. Yeah, and he does it a lot. He can run. You could see he could run
yes,
pretty
sir.
fast, couldn't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I guess that's about it. Thank you, Coach Mike, for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Colby. It was nice to meet you.
Hopefully I'll see you soon.
I hope so, too.
4, 5, 99, 100. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Painter Pete here. So, how are things going today? Well, today we're talking about health and fitness. It is very important to stay healthy and fit. Did you know that? You know, I was thinking of some questions for you as I was working out with my buckets here. You know, I got to lift these paint buckets all the time, so it's really good to kind of work out with them. All right, here's the first question. Let's see here. Oh, what was it? My first question was, what was it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Would it be very healthy if I just ate one piece of fruit a week? Or if I rode my bike or took a walk once a week? Would I be getting enough exercise? No, I don't think so. What about someone training for the Olympics? Say to be a runner like Usain Bolt. What if they only ran around the track once a week? Would they be ready for the Olympics? No, I don't think so either. Did you know the Bible talks about running a race? Yep, so here it is. Ready? All right, so it's found in Hebrews 12:1. We have all these great people around us as examples. Their lives tell us what faith means. So we too should run the race that is before us and never quit. We should remove from our lives anything that would slow us down and the sin that so often makes us fall. All right, so if we're going to really follow God, then we should follow Him and never quit, just like in a race. And if anything would slow us down, like hanging around bad friends, you know, the ones that like to get us in trouble, help us to lie, all that kind of stuff, well, we don't need to really be hanging around them. Well, I'm going to continue my workout, and let's go see where Colby is now.
So now we are at the Palmetto Fitness, and I have on Mr. Paul from Palmetto Fitness. Like, what are some of the exercises that you would normally do?
Well, with who?
Like, on a daily basis, what would you do?
On a daily basis for myself, well, I like to do a lot of stretching. Start with stretching my legs out. I like to stretch my back some, stretch my arms. And then following that, I will do things like push-ups, which we'll be doing today, some crunches, and then some lunges. That way I can get the legs nice and hot, get those worked up. A little bit of shoulder stuff with the push-ups. And on a typical day, that's a lot of what I like to do.
So, like, if someone came to you, like, and said, like, I need my arms stronger, like, what exercises would you do to help with that?
Good question. There's quite a few that we could do, and probably one of the best ones, I mentioned it earlier, was the push-ups. Really great, and I'll show you how to do them, and we'll do them a very good way that's going to hit the arms really well. Also, doing some bicep curls, which we can demonstrate as well, is really good for that, and some overhead presses.
And so, like, what is, like, so important about getting a good breakfast?
Wow, good question on that one. Breakfast in the name is you're breaking the fast of sleeping, because you've been sleeping a while, you haven't eaten in a very long time. So when you wake up, your body is really, really hungry. You may not even realize how hungry it is. So when you eat, it's going to help you get your day off to a good start.
Yes, sir.
Get your plenty of nutrients in your system, get your brain woken up, and everything working smoothly and get you through the day.
So now you've got some exercises you want to run me through?
Correct.
Let's get to it.
All right, one of the things you had asked me about earlier was some of the things that I like to do. When starting off working out, it's always good to start with stretching. A very good one, start by warming up the legs. So just stand next to me like so. You're going to spread your feet about as wide as you are, okay? You're just going to keep your back straight and just ease your way down. And what we're doing is we're just stretching out the back of the legs. And you feel a little bit of tension back here, feel it pulling just a tiny bit.
Yes, sir.
And then with any stretch, just hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds, not very long, about as long as a McDonald's commercial. And then what we're going to do is we're now going to cross over, we're going to stretch our backs out a little bit, which I had mentioned that as well. So as we're coming down, we're coming to the far side of our foot, so we're on the outside of it. And you feel this not only in the back of your leg, but also up one side of your back. Back down toward the center, raise your head up. Let's do some push-ups. Let me show you how we're going to do them. What we're going to do is we're going to start out by laying down. You just watch and I'll demonstrate, okay? You start off by laying down like so. You can take your arms, you can put it back here by your armpits, okay? You can pull your elbows out at a slight angle, feet together, head forward. You're just going to lift up nice and straight. You look kind of like a bulldog. I'll show you what it looks like from the front. You look a little bit like a bulldog. You're going to go down and come back up. Full body. You got it in you?
Sure.
All right, let's see. You ready? And push up. Cool. Very good, very good. Back down. And come back up. Very good. Back down. And now let's do 5 of these. All right, that was easy enough, right? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a change on that from the same position. Holding yourself up in that upright position, we're going to do what are called mountain climbers. Mountain climbers, from here, you're just going to be bringing one leg in and then changing them. Now, you mentioned that you played some sports. You're probably familiar with these, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're just going to be keeping the back low, taking a nice wide stride. All right? Okay. What we'll do is for this one, we're going to do it for 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds in you? I have every confidence in you. Okay, so I'm going to give you a countdown, and we're going to do mountain climbers. You ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Big stride, very nice. All right, now we're going to do some crunches. Really good for working this part, especially when you're done eating your breakfast. Eat too much. All right, for doing the crunches, not sit-ups, okay? The difference is with a sit-up, you're coming all the way up, your hands are usually back here. We're not going to do those. What you're going to do is you're going to have your arms across your chest like so. Keep your elbows pulled in. You're going to have your feet together, almost like you're sitting in a chair, except you're on the floor. You're going to go back. You're going to come up until your elbows touch. Again, with a sit-up, you're coming all the way up. That's the difference. We're just going to come up about this far. You're going to go down and back up. Okay? We'll start by doing, let's say, 10 of those. Need me to hold your feet?
Sure.
All righty.
Keep coming up.
1, 10. All right, so we've done some push-ups, we've done some mountain climbers, we've done some crunches. Let's say we do them again, but this time we see how many you can do in a certain length of time. Sound good?
Welcome to Around the Corner. Today I have with me Connor and Chanel. Connor, do you play any sports or do something for your exercise?
Well, first I started playing t-ball when I was 5. I played for the Red Sox, and then when I got older, I really wanted to play basketball, and so I played that for 2 years. And
do you do any other things that aren't sports, like hunting or some kind of weapon?
My dad actually takes me hunting, and also I usually go outside a lot, and I run and exercise a lot and do.
And Chanel, do you do something special for your exercise?
Yes, I used to play t-ball, but then I quit and started playing basketball, and now I'm playing softball and basketball.
Well, that about wraps it up for Around the Corner. Connor, Chanel, thank you for being with me today.
No problem.
And let's get back to the show.
I've got the cones laid out, and what we're essentially going to be doing is just almost like connect the dots. We're just going to run between the cones and run different patterns, okay? Done these? All right, well, what we're going to do is our first one, fairly easy. We're going to be just running right down the middle to that last cone. When we get to that last cone that's in the center, you're just going to do side shuffle to one side, side shuffle all the way over to the other side, come back to the middle, and run backwards to get back to this cone. You ready? Just do one of those. Set, go. Easy enough, right? Well, being a sports person, you're probably familiar with what they call the suicide drills. What we're going to do is suicide T drills. We're going to go from the first row of cones, we're going to come out to this second row, and we're going to do the T drill. Over to the left, over to the right, back to center, all the way back. Once you get back here, we're then going to go to the second row, into the third. You see where I'm going with this, right?
Done suicides a lot in basketball.
Okay, see how fast you can do this, all right? Now remember, be careful, watch what your ankles are doing, don't want you to trip. All right, you ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds on the button. We're going to start from this row, and we're going to grapevine down to the far end, come forward, grapevine back, go forward, grapevine down to that end, okay?
Do that?
Yep, that's exactly it. Where you're doing a twist. We want to see some big twists. That way if
So
you're...
go down, that way down.
That is exactly correct. Now once we get to that far corner, you're going to come back to this row and we're going to just finish it off. And you're going to end up in that far corner. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, go. Whew. 19.
Yes. 1, go.
How'd I do?
27 seconds.
Now, once you're done working out, it's always a good idea to cool down some. We warmed up a little bit, we did some stretches, and we did some work like the push-ups and the mountain climbers that helped get us warmed up. Now we want to cool down a little bit, get our breathing calmed down, get the sweating to stop so it won't smell bad. So we're going to do some of that. All right, it's going to be very similar to what our warm-up was. So we're going to start by stretching our legs a little bit. Good work today.
So we're here, and Colby has challenged me to one of these new fancy electronic games, Xbox Connect. And somehow this is, he says, is going to tie into our health and fitness show. So Colby, why don't you tell me how this ties in?
Well, you're going to get a good source of exercise because with the Kinect, there's no little thumb controllers. Your body is the controller. So you have to do all these motions yourself. Like jump, you actually have to jump. To run, you actually have to run in place. And while you're getting a good source of exercise, you also get a competitive challenge.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to competitively challenge Colby right now by jumping to start. So I gotta run here. Oh, I think I was supposed to jump there, wasn't I?
Yes.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, that had to hurt.
I don't know.
Watch out! It's gonna hit you in your legs! Oh! You sure you're gonna get a play? Big ball!
Oh.
Ooh.
Jump! Oh. 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 Hey, I made it! I've never made it that far before.
Hurry, run! Yeah.
Oh. Okay,
Celebrate!
I can see how you get your workout.
Yeah. Alright, now it's my turn.
You gotta beat my score.
Jump!
Oh, you jumped the ball. Ow, that hurt. Look out! Oh, you ran into it.
No.
Oh, this isn't looking good for me.
Thank you, that actually gave me a booster.
Jump! Jump! Oh no, this isn't looking good for me.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm not up to these new games out, but I do know a game that I could really beat you at.
I want to go up there. This is so hard to control it. So we've been talking about kids' health and fitness, but what if you get injured or sick? Well, now we're here at MUSC Kids After Hours Care, and we're going to find out what you need done if you get sick or hurt. So hey, now we're here with Nurse Renee from MUSC Children's After Hours Care. And how long have you been working here, and what do you do here?
I've been working here since November of this past year, The clinic has been open since July of last year, and what we do here is we take care of kids when they are sick, and they come in and they're not very well, so they'll come in and we try to treat them and get them better and direct them to the appropriate care that they need.
So why is it so important to have a kids hospital and an adult hospital?
Well, the difference between having a kids hospital and an adult hospital is both are needed to be treated differently. A lot of people feel that children are little adults, but they're not. They are kids and they need to be treated as kids. Everybody is treated that comes in here based on their developmental status. And as far as like a 6-month-old might be completely differently treated as somebody who might be 5 years old. So we have a program called Reach Out and Read, where every person who comes in here, we give them a book based on their developmental level to help promote literacy. And so a 6-month-old, we might give them a book that they can put in their mouth and chew versus somebody who is 5 years old, some that has more words, a little bit less pictures, as a 6-month-old who might have a soft, chewy book that they can put in their mouth and lots of pictures.
And so, will you give us a tour of this building?
I would be glad to. So right here is our waiting room and registration area here. So they would come in and we would register the patient. And while the patient is being registered, the children can come in here and read here in a literacy-rich environment, so they can grab a book and kind of read and play and with our toys and color and watch TV. And then we would bring them back here into our triage room. And we bring them back in here to get a weight and kind of see their height and stuff, and be able to get a few information on them to kind of assess what we need to do for the next step.
So would my age, and I'm 9, would my age be treated here?
Yes, it would. We treat up to the age 17, one day before they turn 18. So when they turn 18, then when we send them to the adult side. So then we go out here, and then from triage, after getting the weight, we come here and allow the child to come and get a book that's based on their developmental level and a sticker. And so then we go to bring the patient here to a room, and then here we'll triage the patient and get all the information we need to from the parent and also from the child, and take vital signs from them and see how they're doing and their status, and whether or not we need to do anything that help speed up the process with the doctor, whether or not there needs to be an x-ray performed, or if there needs to be any pain medicine or fever medicine given, or anything we could do to help speed up the process. One of the things with the after-hours care we like to do is try to make sure that we are getting the patients in and out as fast as we can, so that kids can go home and feel better and not so sick.
So what is this room that we're walking in now?
This is our radiology room where we perform our x-rays at. So if a doctor during the evening or clinic needs an x-ray on a child who might have a broken wrist or ankle, or just suspects that there's something else going on, we'll bring the child in here, and one of our x-ray technicians will come in here and perform an x-ray on them. The x-ray results are immediately sent downtown, and one of the on-call radiologists will read the results right then. So therefore the parents can get accurate results from the x-ray, so we can diagnose the patient as to whether or not they might have broken something or may need to be transferred downtown to get further treatment at the emergency room.
So now we're back in the registration area, and what is the most common sickness or injury y'all have in here?
Well, we get a couple of different diagnoses that come in here. One, we get a lot of a cold, lots of fevers, lots of possible breaks or sprains of the wrist, hand, foot. And then we also too see lots of other different stuff where we might have patients who are concerned about their child being maybe a little bit irritable or their child might not be feeling well, and we try to help them with that, especially with our focus as the after-hours care, being there for the local doctor's offices to help them when they are not open. We try to help them with that by seeing the patients.
So why is it so important to get regular checkups?
It is very important to get regular checkups as a child to make sure you're getting your immunizations up to date and making sure that you don't have any other illnesses that might be presenting that most people might not be getting.
Well, thank you for inviting us out here.
You're very welcome.
And let's go to Painter Pete.
Oh, sorry. I was just finishing up my paintbrush lunges. Well, that was a really cool place you took us there to, Colby, that in case you get sick or hurt. You know, I also thought it was really neat how Colby and Mr. Chris was playing those video games. You know, the ones that get you moving a little bit more? That is a great way to get some exercise. I thought Mr. Chris did a good job, but Colby might have been better, except when Mr. Chris kicked it old school playing Miss Pac-Man. Colby really didn't know what to think about that. And what about Paul at Got Muscle PT? He trains people all the time. He has them exercising and running, constantly moving. Whew. Man, that just wears me out just thinking about it. To be an athlete, it takes a lot of training to get in shape and to stay in shape and to do better. So let's see what the Bible says about training. All right, here we go. All right, so it's found in 1 Timothy 4, 7 through 8. People tell silly stories that don't agree with God's truth. Don't follow what these stories teach, but teach yourself to be devoted to God. Training your body helps you in some ways, but devotion to God helps you in every way. It brings you blessings in this life and in the future life too. You know, the Bible tells us that training our body helps us in many ways, but being devoted to God helps us in every way. Just like Coach Mike trains his team and teaches them how to be better soccer players every day, and how Paul at Got Muscle PT trains people who want to get in better shape or get stronger. We are to be devoted to God or follow Him every day. Hey kids, I want to hear from you this week. Tell us how you get out and get exercise every day. Remember, before you email us, get your parents' permission first. So email us at askcolby@wlcn.tv. Also, email us if you have any questions for Colby. If we read your email on Colby's Corner, you will get an awesome Colby's Corner prize pack. Hey, don't forget to go to our website or our Facebook page, as we always have giveaways going on there too. Well, I need to go back and finish my workout, and I will see you next time right here on Colby's Corner.